Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another review. Today I'm going to review a latest release from the house of Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Prive. This is an eau de parfum. I've already reviewed this one, which is an iris-based take on modern masculine woody fragrances with an ambery sort of a base to it. It uses a fantastic note of Tolu Balsam, one of the nicest, most authentic smelling Tolu Balsam fragrances out there. Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Parfum. Reviewed this one. I quite like it in this weather. It has terrific performance and very good compliment factor. It's very ambery, and slightly synthetic at times. When it's too cold, it gets a little bit too synthetic. But we're talking about Reserve Prive. I've got an official sample and I've given it 3 or 4 wears, and I was quite impressed by the fragrance generally. There are 1 or 2 things I would like to discuss with you. So let's start. As you can see, I'm really towards the end, but I've given it 2 good sprays. Yeah, look at that. So the opening, the moment you smell this opening, you will be completely floored. It's that good. It is an amazing opening. It's just stunning. So the fragrance came out in 2022, and the fragrance has been created with a sort of a collaboration of 2 amazing parfumers. One is Natalie Lawson, and who I absolutely adore and respect, and the other one is Olivier Cresp. Those 2 have created this fragrance together, and this fragrance, my God, this opening, it is an absolute smash hit, 10 out of 10 opening. One of the most nicest, most amazing opening I've ever smelt. It's like Dior Intense mixed with a little gourmandy aspect, not going towards Valentino Uomo Intense, because that is also vanilla based take on Dior sort of DNA, but this is slightly more lighter, a little bit more playful, woody gourmand, little hint of sweetness and boozy. Absolutely stunning. So Dior Intense with a little gourmandy aspect and quite a bit of booze in it. Absolutely amazing. So the first 10 minutes or so, this fragrance even beats Dior Intense, which I gave, I think, 9 out of 10 when I reviewed. For the first 10 minutes, this fragrance absolutely annihilates Dior Intense, maybe even 15, right? And then the fragrance does something weird. It loses its beautiful iris, boozy, woody, gourmand aspect, and it turns into more of a lavendery, fuzzy smell. There's no lavender mentioned in the notes breakdown that I checked, but it's more like a thick, gourmandy lavender, like La Malle, like some other fragrances. And the amber note is that woody lavendery smell with the amber note smell takes precedence, and that iris goes a little bit on the background. Still very nice fragrance, but not what you get in the first 15 minutes. First 15 minutes, an absolute knockout. What a scent. So in the middle stages, there's this chestnutty note that tries to shine through. It never does. It's more of a woody amber, a nondescript woody amber smell. Little bit of hazy, thick, gourmandy lavender with a little hint of iris at the back. This is what I get. And towards the end is when this fragrance again becomes one of the nicest gourmandy woody amber. The booziness goes down quite a bit, but the dry down is another beautiful woody sort of ambery gourmand smell, nondescript. You can't pick out notes, but it's a very woody smell, slightly sweet, slightly ambery, very warm, very nurturing, caring kind of warmth. Yeah, very nice fragrance, but this opening promises to be an absolute rock star, and then fizzles out into some nobody country music singer who nobody knows about. That's kind of still very nice music, but not the promise made in the opening. It is a little bit of a letdown. So upsides and downsides. Upsides, if you like iris scents, here is a fragrance which does what this does and mixes it with a fantastic boozy, ambery, gourmand smell and makes it even more amazing. As I said, it actually trumps deodorant intense in the opening 15 minutes. So that's the upside. You know, if you like openings, if you want to keep on spraying the opening first 15 minutes, you want to enjoy it, go for it. Number 2 upside. This fragrance, even in its dry down, is a fantastic woody amber smell with a little touch of chestnut, with a little touch of booziness. So close encounter situations, this is going to shine. It really shines with body heat. You can test it by applying it under your shirt. You'll really enjoy it. Those are the 2 upsides. Very nice scent, you know, overall. Downsides, performance. The fragrance has such limited projection that in spite of being such a fantastic opening, great dry down, average middle, it doesn't have the projection that you would want. This is a fragrance you want people to smell on you because you smell absolutely amazing. The performance is a big letdown for me, at least. Projection, right? So that's 1. Number 2, the fragrance tries to do something and doesn't do it. The opening promise isn't delivered in the end. So sometimes I sit down here and scratch my head by thinking, what is this fragrance actually trying to do? It is a little bit of this, very little, right? So still, this one is a totally balsam heavy fragrance with a deodorant DNA. This tries to do that, just a tiny hint, but doesn't quite deliver its own space. So you would really think to yourself, what is the purpose of release of this fragrance? That's the question I had in my mind. That's the second downside. Third downside is the price point. Being what it is, it's not worth 85, 100 pounds for 100 ml. It's not. And that's what it's going for at the moment. I'll never spend that much. So 40, 45 is what I'll spend for 100 ml. So those are 2 downsides, 3 downsides rather. So performance, I've touched on it. The longevity is good. So you will get about 6.5 to 8.5 depending on your skin chemistry, weather conditions, that kind of thing. Projection is a real downer. I can't smell it from here. I've just sprayed it in front of you 5 minutes ago. I can't get anything out of this. So projection is a massive problem. Sillage, same. Pretty weak sillage. Seasons to wear, cool weather. So autumn, spring, winter. Those are the 3 seasons I'd wear this fragrance. Compliment factor, massive. If people smell it on you. Age groups. Any age group. So starting 20 to 50 plus, you should be able to draw tremendous positive comments, especially the first 15 minutes. You could try and wear it on your fabric, on your shirt, and see if it works better for you. I didn't see any difference, to be honest with you. Value for money, low at this point, price point. And the performance is really going to be a big sticking point for people who would commit to a bottle, because if you can't smell it, what's the point, right? I think I've covered all aspects. In spite of that knockout opening, the fragrance actually disappointed me, because when I smelled it, I wanted this fragrance to do much, much more than it does. And I really wanted to, because it's really nice smell. So, marks out of 10, 7. It's a good scent. In spite of the many limitations I mentioned, it's a good smell. So wait around. If you really like the scent, the price should get down to about 40, 45, 50 in a year's time. So 7 out of 10. I hope you enjoy the review, fellas. Take care. Bye-bye.